Hi, folks. So I'm here to discuss more about the mystery of existence and the reason who we are and why are we here. And this is very important because um, we want to know ourselves better, not what we have become. Because we can be whatever we want to be. And we can be a pilot, you can be a scientist, you can be a mathematician. But the thing is, that's what you are thinking, but that's not really what you are. And that's why it's very important spiritually to find out why are we here? Why is there suffering? Why people die? Why is it temporary? Can we not live forever? So these are the questions that need an answer. I mean, humanity, of course, is after the cosmos, God, consciousness. What are they? So, aside from the material things, and why is there happiness and why is there sadness? Why is there always a problem? So, these are the things that we always, want to ask. And that's why we need an answer. And I'm here to seek for myself and also to help humanity to find out because we're all here. We are all teachers. Um, you guys are my professor, and I am also your teacher. So we learn from each other. But the main goal here is to find out who we are. And this is my observation and based on the collections or of data gathered from scriptures and everything, from religions, philosophical views, or theistic or atheistic point of view, Gnostic is of course more important because it tells us the mystery of the existence. And as we always want to know the future, is you always go back to the beginning. In order to understand the future, you need to know the beginning. And that's why we always go back to the Genesis, because in the beginning we know that Adam and Eve were created. And they were in the absolute state of perfection, where when they were in the Garden of Eden. It's an absolute state of perfection. I mean, there's no error, there is no flaws, there is no life and death situation, or there's no infinite cycle of reborn and dying, or being born and then suffer. So, from the moment they ate from this tree, the forbidden fruit where knowledge of good and evil exists, then they become conscious about themselves naked, and so they become aware, like God. So they mirror God, who is all-knowing and all-powerful. So that's what the snake told them. You will be like God when you eat the forbidden fruit. So from there we can conclude that God is also all-knowing, so meaning with the knowledge of good and evil. So how do we escape this curse now? Because they were thrown out from the Garden of Eden, where a man must work hard, work like a horse to feed his family, and a woman suffers birth pain. So these are all curse. And although God tell them to go out and multiply, and it appears to be that having children is a blessing, which I would say yes, partly because otherwise we will not be here. I will not be speaking to you, if, because my mother gave me life. But the thing is, why do we suffer? Why do we die? So there's a curse, okay? There's a damnation. Although there's a creation, there's a procreation, and but there is damnation. There is multiplication. There is addition. There is subtraction. So from this, we can conclude that it was mathematically created, because mathematics won't lie. It always applies. So we know that once the population reaches its peak, where it can no longer sustain the society, so we know that it calls for a subtraction or depopulation, or a wake-up call that we need to do something, and we need to be concerned about our planet and our environment. So the Bible speaks of procreation, but of course it also speaks of damnation. So meaning, in layman's term, it speaks of population. It also speaks of depopulation. That's why you have wars, rumors of wars. In end time, the revelation, it's not really end time, but it's the new beginning, because it's always a cycle. When there's a beginning, there's an end. Okay, that's why Yeshua or Yahweh, they always say that I am the beginning, I am the end. So basically, it also applies to me. I am the Alpha and Omega. We are all Alpha and Omega because we have created. We procreate children, and these children also, as they are known by its tree. A fruit is known by its tree, so it's just doing the same thing. Your parents taught you. It's basically the same, but the problem is the population is no longer sustainable. And with the threat of climate change, these are the things that we need to be aware of. Okay, so basically, do not listen to the media, because they are trying to control the mind. But what they say is not a solution. They're just rumors of war. What the hell are they talking about? You want to have a war. You want to use nuclear weapons. Are you crazy? We're battling with climate change, okay? And then meaning you want more to destroy planet Earth? Are you dumb or illiterate? Okay, so think of this, no? Like these leaders, like the threat of nuclear, they don't have a brain. Okay, it's a call for unity and peace and to address climate change. The real or the main problem of the planet is overpopulation and climate change. Okay, that threatens national and international security. That is the main reason. Okay, if you hear this, any superpower countries or talk about war, forget about them. They do not understand the creation. They do not understand anything about the simulation. Okay, basically they just want to control the mind. Okay, so but that won't solve the problem. Okay, it calls for unity, and it calls for a peace, and it calls for everyone's awareness to be a protector of its planet, okay, and to shift as a global shift of consciousness. The perception that we have must change, because nothing is permanent except change, and we need to change to survive. It's all about survival, okay, nothing else. And of course, to be awakened and to seek spiritual enlightenment. Why do you need all these expensive garments? Why do you need expensive cars? These are all temporary, because once you die, you die. You cannot bring it with you. So it's not important. Material things are all immaterial. Okay? Although they provide money, like it provides some comfort, for food, shelter, and clothing, but are you satisfied with that? And it's not gonna be sustainable, because now we're talking about global problem where the humanity must face and decide where are we heading? Okay, are we heading for more wars? Then is that a solution? I don't think so. And mathematically, the equation, it will tell you it's not a solution because it's more destruction of the planet. Okay,